when you come here, there's a leadership established. But how did it change when you came and James comes and Dennis is here and Donovan's already kind of, what's the leadership look like on this team?
The leadership's good. I mean, since I've been here, regardless as to whatever's going on, if we're winning by a lot. Another team goes on a run. The communication is always good in the timeouts, in the locker room. So I think regardless of the situation, we're still talking about the right things and being about the right things. So I would definitely say it's been good.
Overall, 10-point leads in the NBA come and they go, right? But this team, 14 wins after being down by 10 or more. You've been around long enough. What's the mindset when you're down? Like, what do fans need to know about? Hey, we're not worried.
I mean, basketball is a game of runs, so 10 can turn into down 10 or whatever it is. But I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how the game goes. I mean, obviously, like what happened when we were in OKC, down big, came back. But yeah, I mean, the score doesn't really matter until like crunch time. So leads definitely, like kind of like you said, they come and they go. But just a game of runs, and eventually you're going to make yours, and other teams are going to make theirs. So you just got to try to stay steady the whole game.
How do you feel about where you are in terms of getting acclimated to this group?
I mean, I feel good. Just still learning little things, like spots to be in, when to cut, where to cut from, and things like that. And the terminology is a little different, but it's all the same things. But I'd say that I'm pretty good, though.
What has been the toughest adjustment coming from Sacramento?
I probably would just say the terminology of things, the different plays they run, and how they move on offense and things like that. That probably was the biggest shift.
You said shortly after you got here that one of the things you were excited about playing games of meaning, consequence, coming from Sacramento to Cleveland with a chance to win a championship. What has it been like to play in that kind of environment again? Like this weekend against OKC, tonight against New York, Detroit coming up?
I mean, it feels good just because, playoff time. Like the Charlotte game even, Oklahoma, those are playoff type games, and, close games like that that kind of get you ready for the postseason. So to have a couple of games like that, I think it's good one for me, and just to kind of get back in that feeling, and too good for us. I mean, obviously we've been rolling, so our last two, I don't know if it was our last two, but our Charlotte and Oklahoma, those two games being close, keeps us honest. We're not perfect. We still have things we need to work on and whatnot, but just trying to win close games whenever the situation is what it is. So I think it's good for us.
Even though you're able to lean on to help get out.
Jawad, I mean, he was with me in Sacramento, so anything I need from him, or in general, I could always go to him. And then I think just from being in a new place in general, Dennis, we obviously got traded together. 1, 2, he's been traded a couple times before as well. So was talking to him early on. I mean, now I'm pretty fine. So just still figuring things out as I go, but pretty fine now.
You are still adjusting, as you said, but you guys are playing well. What things are standing out to you that you guys are doing and executing that you can kind of see, oh, this is kind of like who will be at our best? What things are standing out to you now?
The hustle on the defensive end, covering for one another, and guarding guys to, like, the scouting report, I guess, not running off guys you can't shoot, and just paying attention to the game itself, and then on the offensive end, making the simple plays, just hitting singles, not trying to go for anything home run, and that's kind of how we build our leads, and we just kind of stay steady throughout that.
When you are preparing for a game like this, that playoff experience, right?
Yes.
What does it mean to you? What's the difference between going against a Thunder, a Western team, versus tonight, going up against an Eastern Conference team? Is there a difference in the kind of experience, things, lessons that you need to take away from that?
To me, no. I mean, just because they're both, contending teams. So, and I think it's good because the Thunder don't play the same as the Knicks. So you'll see two different styles of basketball. And I mean, you kind of gotta go up against that because in the playoffs, you know, after you play one team, you'll play a different team that probably plays a different way. So I think that helps, but I don't think that's a bad thing. So I think that's good for us. Yep, absolutely.